Looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Hello, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's channeling. Saturday night. Next one is Monday night. So it's been a rainy day today. I was here in Florida. So, all right, sending our hearts to, or somebody's to Houston. Is still going through our healing, and this is a hurricane out there also. So, and it looks like it's heading towards the Bahamas area at least. Looks like it's going to go right by it, but anyway. So, all right, we get started. So do messages and then questions. So blessings, and here we go. Hopefully you can hear me all right. So, all right, here we go. Greetings. I am Mother Mary, only here for a moment. So many on your world is so many hard-headed thinking of what is right and what is wrong. Many don't thinking, they're thinking with their head, not with their hearts, just causing difficulties for healing and for connecting, because the thoughts, the mind gets in the way of the truth within you, within realities, whatever reality you want to. Many put a blockade in their mind. Religion is one of them. Keeping out anything else, but just causes so much frustration among many, of course, especially within children, because they're not growing as they could spiritually or growing up with the right mind. Because realize when you put a blockage there, it does cause a lot of negativity, taking you into another direction, takes others in the wrong direction also. The more open-mindedness, the better, of course. That's not always easy, but to be very, very open-minded. I mean, just leave the gates open forever, basically, or have no gates at all, and just be open to everything. It does help your soul expansion. It does bring a lot of positivity. Yes, it does bring a lot of things, of course. To have more of your mind open does help society grow. Because if you put blockades, and many do, that you can't do this, you can't do that. But that is changing little by little, of course. Just send our love to you all. Blessings. Greetings, we are the Orions. One moment. We are the amphibians from Orion. Orion Council, amphibians. You can call me Malbeck. I am what you would look at, as you might see as, might have visualized this as something from the creature from the Black Lagoon, which is not fair. At least not in your Hollywood sense is not fair. There are many of us that look like that are actually quite kind, but we are not seeing kindness here, mostly fear. So it tells you your perception on our planet is of us. As we do live in your lakes and other places of water. And yes, there are many ships here also underwater. So we have been seen visually for sure. But we are healers. We are messengers also. I guess it's quite appropriate for us to show up, seeing how there's much water going on in some of your cities at this time. You were surprised the alien assistance you are getting. Maybe not seen, but it is here, bringing a blessing for those that ask for it, and also assistance for those that do not. To be surprised. It's not always going to be seen, of course. We're not just standing around watching everybody go through all this. Not at all. We bring our assistance where we are allowed to put it that way. Our connection to your planet is of the waters. And also we are ones that bring energies of awareness. So they might see us in a vision, in a positive way. Some see us as a negative because posted on their planet as negative. But we have a positive connection here. It's connection. As for direction, you might see us in a vision after bringing assistance to go further with your connections. Because many of the alien beings are very strange looking. And it doesn't get, well, yes, it does get stranger than us, but we are quite strange. Get some of you used to also seeing our appearance. As if you connect more to the alien community, you are going to see weird as normal. But of course, many of us are quite humorous also. Just you aren't ready for any of that because of our appearance. So either way, our message to you at this time, a moment. Yes, there is many shifts happening all the time, yes, and major ones sometimes show in weather patterns. And also weather patterns, different, your eclipse is part of it also. Doesn't mean that it'll be an entire world change, but it is a soul change going on at this time. At this time, we can only give away so much, but go by your intuition to what you're connecting to. And we are with you as you go into your awakening process. Most of you have at least 4 or 5 beings around you at this time, assisting you, alien beings. Some are in spirit, some are not. And your history is definitely, your ancient history has Orion all around it. But a lot of it has been removed from your planet, of course. They don't want to know that we were here. Well, we have ways of showing our presence as for your pyramids. So, the council is here also. So whenever you like to connect, we'd be ready. We'd be happy to assist.
Okay, so you're going to help us with Q&A?
Is that a message from me?
No, I'm sorry. Are you leaving?
Yes, I believe our audio is quite low after all.
Will you be answering the questions for the Q&A tonight?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Daria?
I was just wondering how long this would take, but it ended good. So I was just wondering, do you have any questions, messages from you to me?
Yes, there's a lot of horses around you. I believe you've already been heard that once or twice.
Twice, yeah.
That might even start to get old after a while now because there's just so much of it. Seems to be a crowd around you at this time.
Cool.
There's also octopus energy around you also, not in a negative way.
Oh yeah, the octopus from the job, probably, or
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, I believe you've been an octopus also in other incarnations, but yes, there is also a crow around you also, meaning of beware. I believe it's at one of your jobs.
Yeah, I am. So if you could say something more about that, not cryptic.
Well, yes, it's just that you will be, not to say there will be sabotage or anything like that, but there is a gossip group going on, basically, that they can't figure you out, so you might figure it out.
I saw that in Astral before I entered the job, so I went there prepared anyways, and I know the beings there. They don't know who I am, but I know who they are, so that's interesting. Well,
well, it is. They say that you will be able to break these things open, but not necessarily physically, mostly astrally. It would be better that way.
yeah, there was a discussion and an argument going on for a really long time in Astral. It was like, yeah. But anyways, thank you so much. I asked questions there. So.
But there's also a lion being around you also that's bringing you assistance. I believe it's a guide.
Nice.
I get the name. Oh, Galtor.
Galador?
Galtor.
Nice. Thank you. Yes. And have a pleasant telling and connect later. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Next up is Carrie. And he would like to know if there's any messages from his galactic family.
One moment. Yes, you have opened up a door, they say, of spirituality. Not well. I guess you can say it was kind of closed in the beginning for a while. It does seem like you were going through some kind of training. I believe you kind of, well, either way, you have opened up a spiritual door within yourself. So you just begin to feel more intuitive in a slight manner. It should get stronger, welcoming these energies in before you kind of close them off, it seems. Which is what we are seeing. So right now you should feel it. Just trust your intuition, basically. It should help you just to trust it as you go forward. You're being assisted by many beings, of course. There is a triangle being around you. I believe a golden triangle being is you can say it's somewhat zeta within it. It is one of good fortune, though. Not saying his name at this time. Thank you.
Okay, and Carrie's second question. Are there any messages from my guides?
One moment. Yeah, not too hesitant to ask for help from individuals that you might be friends for your new occupation I believe you are working on. It would be good to maybe say a few words, but get input, things of that sort. They say not to be afraid of that because it will help you in your new direction. I do see a new direction coming. I believe you're already aware of that. That is the message at this time.
Okay, Kingsley.
Greetings.
Yes.
Do I have any messages?
Yes, it seems like you've been, at least from our point of view, you have been testing Archangel Michael a lot recently with your abilities. I believe he's like a teacher, but also I believe you're not always aware that you're doing these things to get his attention. Not to say it's a negative nature, but to improve your abilities. At least we see a lot of that happening. Most likely you'll be able to connect with this as you've been just training, basically. In astral, I believe it will start to, you become more aware of it. You might also see yourself like morph, change into somebody else. I am seeing that around you. Others might see you as someone else, maybe as a glimpse. I am seeing your, like another you is there, which is good, actually. That's a message.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Second, how is my telekinesis?
Yes, it seems like you're still changing your DNA at this time, forging it in a positive way. So just continue on. They say yes, connect to the sun. You can connect to the Orions if you wish for assistance. You might see some little aliens around you. They bring like fairies, but they're from Orion. You might see them around you as you connect to Orion, possibly. Through your third eye, of course. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, Stephen.
Hello, Malbeck.
Greetings.
Greetings, much love. I was wondering, I just had a dream, just woke up from a dream, and I was doing a lot of other stuff, but I don't remember too much of that. But I do remember I had a crystal skull with me, and it was like underneath the sheets, and I pulled it out. It was like a orange, a bright orange type of skull, and I remember like integrating with it or connecting with it. Just wonder if I could have more info on that. Thank you.
Well, you see, yes, you're involved with protecting the crystal skull. From what we are seeing, it has been moved recently. Usually it stays in one place, but every once in a while it does get removed. I believe you're part of the moving process. I don't really connect that you were actually physically moving, but you're around individuals that were moving it. So, from what I'm seeing, your energy does blend in with it. You are a messenger of its messages. Right now, it's keeping itself kind of quiet at this time, for now, at least.
Sweet, awesome. And second question is just any message, maybe from the Orions, from my connections in the amphibian, or just any message, or know more about my Orion self. Or thank you so much.
Well, yes, you've had incarnations where you've had at least 3 heads and 4 arms. I know you've seen it on your world. You've had that in incarnations in Orion. I don't believe it. Yes, it's been a piece. Yes, it's actually quite common. There are worlds where this does exist commonly. On your world, of course, it does pop up here and there. At least those with 2 heads, at least. I believe even an extra arm. Sometimes it pops up here and there. So it's also giving you realization of your roots. But for you, let's see. Our message from us to you. One moment. Within our race, yes, you're connected to the libraries of our knowledge, to what the capacity that you want to receive, at least. Yes, there's been many wars in Orion, but also a lot of peace has been done, and that peace has been taken throughout the galaxy. And you are involved with much of that peace, bringing that into your incarnations. You didn't always have a peaceful incarnation, of course. But you have integrated much of that. Some of the AI also. You've made friends with the AI also. Even the negative ones, you've made friends with them because they are seen as a negative light, depending, definitely on this world, to a certain degree. So you made peace with that, and it'll help you bring a peacefulness here. One of the reasons that many of you are here is to bring your side of the story, because many are connected to alternate timelines that are negative, but many of you see the positive, and you're bringing those timelines here. So, blessings.
Blessings, awesome. Thank you.
Hi, this is Stacy.
Yes.
So, sorry, it's Malbeck or Maldeck?
Malbeck.
Okay.
It's
sounds
the
good.
planet.
Okay. I guess first I want to know if my guide Ocean has any messages for me.
At this time, you're releasing a lot of past lives, it seems, angelic lifetimes that were not exactly the most positive. And you might start seeing angels around you, possibly. I just saw a shift recently, and I see younger angels and also older ones that are bringing of assistance. We do see possibly in the next couple of days. Yes, we're seeing days, but it all, as you feel like you walk into another version of you. At least that we're seeing, of a little bit more awareness than you had before. You might already be feeling this already. That is the message of the song.
Okay, thank you. And my second question had to do, I believe it was Thursday or Tuesday. I was guided to go to this place by the beach that has like food trucks and stuff. And we've been going down there a couple times this summer. It's called Crystal Beach, just off Lake Erie. And while there, I would receive messages. And when I was there, I came across a young girl out of this huge crowd who had attended the same leadership camp that I had gone to when I was younger, her age. And we had a little conversation. And I wasn't sure if that was the message that it kind of showed up on my face, was just to remember the qualities of myself that I love the most. And that was my leadership skill. And growing up, I was always very proud of that. And maybe along the way, I've sort of forgotten a little bit of that. And to make sure like I stay leading in my own life and leading for others. So I wasn't sure if that was maybe the message actually that I was supposed to get. And if that was it, was crossing paths with this young girl.
Yes, that is the message. Also, it's much more is that this should be I showed a standing ground, something you stand on, these type of that type of way of looking at things, to stand on that assurance that you're in the right direction, and that this should be able to make you stronger. Because there has been some uncertainty around you, of course, where your power activates and then it calms down. So have just more assurance of your abilities should be able to see your angel wings and the many creatures and beings around you. Yes, see your third eye opening up little by little. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And we're going to go on to Michelle.
Hi, thank you for being here.
Yes.
My first question is about, I'm looking for apartments, and I'm trying to be as normal sauce as possible, which is hard anyway, but I sometimes I'm looking for housemates, and I've had a couple of experiences where I will be talking with a possible housemate, and my energy, like the vibration goes high up. Like one in particular, her name was Sue, 2 days ago. And I'm just wondering what that means or what's going on with that. Is that, well, I'll just leave it at that.
Well, we see it as a good thing. There's a lot of energy vampires around you where you do not feel high, you feel the other way around. Gossipy vampires. And you're not always aware of that. But yes, we believe this is a positive. She has a lot of angelic energy around her. She's actually energizing you, it seems. I believe this high is in a good way, I would assume. Yes. Her energy, she's not aware of what she's doing, but she doesn't know how to ground herself, but that's okay. She's just triggering a lot of your vibrations just to open you up, which is good. She's giving you a healing, basically. She has no idea she's doing it. So you could always tell her if you want. I think she'll be quite open to that, from where as we can tell. But either way, it is a good thing. She's clearing a lot of, she's like, because you've been going through a lot recently, so she's just clearing that also. Clearing the stuff you don't need.
So,
yes.
Does it have anything to do with, like when people need healing, that my energy just kicks in?
For that case, yes.
Or vice
Not
versa.
always, but for this case, it was, you already had an astral connection. So before this happened, so it's like, we're gonna say hello to each other, and I need fuel. So,
okay.
That's good.
Thank you. My second question is, are there any messages from whomever for my highest good at this time?
Yes, Archangel Michael says this is a good connection for you. You're like sisters. You don't remember though, but there is a sister-like energy. Doesn't mean you have to get along with everybody. Doesn't mean you have to be on, agree on everything. But either way, it's a sister energy basically that you've been connected to many incarnations. The reason you don't remember is not necessarily always to be remembered. You don't necessarily have to reconnect to all of that, but either way, it's a safe energy from what he's saying, and just go with it, whatever feels right. But definitely, he says it's like a safety net after all the stuff that's been going on in the past. If that makes sense.
Great, thank you. Much love.
Okay, Amran.
Hello.
Yes.
It's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I have a question regarding if you can connect to my guides.
Yes.
I want to ask them if they can tell me what I can let go of in my life that I no longer can use. What I can let go of to focus on the right path. Is there anything I need to let go of right now that is not good for me?
Only thing, they're being very vague. Let's say if a certain female that you would already know who this is. They're only saying one. That's all they're saying.
That I should let go of that one? Or
Well, it does seem like it's an energy there that is not right. So you can always heal it if you wish.
Letting go of the energy, okay.
Because you can identify it, because it does seem like there's a hook from this one, from her, that's connected to you, from what we were saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm balancing my life right now and trying to heal. And my second question is, I had a dream yesterday. I think it was astral. I was looking for a being who had kind of like a werewolf body and face. He was really fast, and what he did was, I was looking for him, and then he suddenly, I let him take me into what he was doing, to understand what he was doing, and he was really of negative energy and those kind of energies. And then immediately when I went into his rituals, he was connected with some kind of this kind of energies that the Illuminati is using. And after that, I don't know what happened between us, what happened to him and me. I woke up from the dream because it was really intense and he was really aggressive, and it looked like a kind of a fight, but I don't know what happened afterwards and who he was.
Well, as for name, let's see if we could connect to that, but it seems like you released him from a mind control. From this Illuminati mind control. This is why he kind of struggles and then disappeared. So I believe they're having him under their spell to do negative things. Not entirely negative, but either way, he was still under their spell. He asked you to release him, I believe. The name I'm getting is like Eldorf, something around those lines. Aldorf.
Okay. I felt really sad for him when I woke up, because I felt like, and I was surprised that I felt like this. I felt like I wanted to save him, and that was really weird. And now that you also confirm it in that way, because I felt how much he hated me and how much he really wanted to destruct me. But I wanted to save him, even risking my own energy for him, kind of.
Yes. Yes, it felt like he was trying out to cause harm to you, from what we were saying.
Yeah.
He was not successful.
Thank you very much for that.
Much
love. Much love. Sorry.
Okay, Sheena, I don't have your first question though. So if you'd like to ask your second one and send me your first.
Yes, I can do that then. Okay. Greetings. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. How are you today?
We are doing well, thank you.
Yes. Okay, I was wondering if you could tap into how my nearest future are looking like, personally.
Nearest future, as we're driving around in a new automobile or something like that?
Yes, maybe. Or, if life will get a little easier.
As for things getting easier, oh yes, what about it?
Financially.
Financially easier?
Yes.
Around October, it will. You're working up to it. Around October time, it does seem like there's a shift as for finances. Something to do with the bank.
Yes.
In a good way, of course.
Yes, that's good.
Something to do with the bank. That's all they're telling us.
Okay, the bank, and that is positive. That's great. Thank you for that. I will just send Stacy my second question because she reads it better than me, so I will copy and paste.
Sounds good.
Just one moment. It comes here now. Copy. Sorry for this. Okay.
Is this going to be read or okay?
I'll be reading it. Okay, so I wonder if you can tell me something about a person named John Kenneth and what he is originally, except a human being here in 3D. He's very advanced spiritually, but he believes in nothing but physical 3D. He's not negative at all, not even against anyone who has been and is overwhelmingly negative to him or speaks badly about him, especially behind his back. He reminds me a lot of war angels and Vikings. But can you see if he can connect to him? And does he not think that it's possible to, I guess, be out of 3D?
We'll do what we can hear here, but it does seem like he is a reincarnated angel. I believe you mentioned some of that. The angelic energies, reincarnated angel. He's on a mission of, not even he needs to know who he is. Because most of his work is in astral. So the best he doesn't know, the better. Because he's seen some things that are not very comfortable. So it's best he's completely shut off. Because if he kind of had an idea, he won't be able to live his life normally. Because he has a lot of things around him that isn't very pleasant. But only because he is clearing a lot of things around individuals that are not, let's say, they're kind of demonic. So is why he is the way he is for the better, for his mental state, is what we are seeing.
Yes, that sounds very correct. I believe you are very right there. So, okay, thank you.
So we see the things around him that most humans are not supposed to see either. It is, he made a mission here, and it is what you see around your churches and unpleasant things around your churches and stuff like that.
Okay.
Blessings.
Blessings. Much love to you. Goodbye.
Yes.
Okay, next up is David. First question, are there any messages from my guides?
Yes, one moment. Well, at first, your guide says about meeting new people. Well, just in the community you are in is good, but we do see an extension out as meeting new people eventually. It seems to be you're not going to look for, but you'll just start to meet them eventually. There's also a gargoyle energy around you, also a protector, as you had many incarnations as a gargoyle also. You say Agartha, they're calling it Middle Earth, but it's either way, however you want to word it. It is the Agarthian Middle Earth. It's kind of the Gothic version of Agartha, basically. You have you're doing a lot of things there in astral. It has to do with wizards and many things you would think of in a Gothic world. It has a lot to do with this reality. It has to do with removing entities, but also just it's part of your DNA from what we are seeing. It's a place you go to often. It is home to you from what I'm seeing. And you're bringing your goodwill there, of course. That's all they have at this time.
Okay. He would also like to know if he's been anywhere interesting.
Well, I think that was kind of interesting, but you've been to, in astral, yes, sun worlds, but in the sun dimension, I believe in Orion's one of them. Andromeda also. Is this a dimension within the sun where creation is made? Is a place you go to often, in astral, it does seem. It's not a place that's understood by third dimension, of course, but it is a higher vibration where many creations or thoughts are heard from the worlds that you are connected to. Timelines are into those suns and all of this, so many things. It is a place that you go to often just to assist, but also to learn. It's like university. And many of you go there too. But definitely for him. You seem to go to it every other week or not every day, but you go there a lot. That's our message.
Okay, next up is Martin. First question, I cut cords today and I'd like to know if it was successful.
Yes, but we also see one female that was not cut fully. I believe this one's older than you from what we are seeing. It might have been a relationship. We can't fully connect with it, but it is a female that has not been fully disconnected. I see her with brown hair. It might be blonde hair. I'm not getting 100% on that, but that's what I'm seeing. But for the most part, yes. I believe that cord has been cut, but still not 100%. Sometimes things take time. Thank you.
Is that one Tara?
I believe so. Yes.
All right, thanks.
Yes.
Okay, second question for Martin. Is there any counsel for me on forming new and healthy relationships?
Just your manifestation. Manifest in your mind, picture what you want. Also, Spirit is saying just go, just live. It's already within you what you want. So just connect to who you feel to connect to, and just have a positive energy about it. And if it isn't exactly the best, you will learn, but you've learned now how to remove you from those situations. It's not necessarily you're attracting a negative situation. It's that you're still learning from it. I don't feel that you're going in circles. It's just that now you know how to handle this a little bit better. In some ways, you might be testing yourself to see if you have learned it fully. If you're not running the same situation pattern before, that means you fully learned from it. But I just believe that you'll just learn from these situations better is what we are seeing. So just live as you feel you need to live. That is basically the best. Just do what you feel like you need to do. I believe you will do fine. Thank you.
Okay, next up is Liz.
Greetings, Liz.
We'll just wait a second for her mic. It lags a bit, so.
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
There she goes. Yep.
Yes.
Thank you. So, is there any messages for me from you?
Yes, you have many connections with Orion. I believe you have that feeling. I believe we are actually sending you healing because we know you well, actually. From the distractions that have been going around you recently, there's been many vortexes around you also that have been opening up to cause kind of disarray around you. In some ways, it does seem like you've been under attack recently. But even your galactic friends can only do so much because they want to. The beings that are doing this want to cut you off from your mission. They want to you're all like satellites. You're sending out information. They're trying to cut that connection. They haven't been successful, but they can still try to interfere with it. We believe it's calming down. That's all we have to offer all that. That's our message.
Okay. And is there anything that I can do here to make my other selves stronger?
Can you say that again? My audio is not very good.
Okay. Is there anything that I can do here in my physical body to get my other bodies more strong or stronger?
Oh, yes. One moment. Yes, the Nordics, I believe, are bringing assistance to you. But you're already open to their movement around you. Just be, well, they are saying just be more, you can call them in more, basically, is what they're saying.
Call them in more, okay.
Yes. ask for their assistance if you feel kind of strange. If that makes sense.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, that's what they recommend. They are getting blocked too, it seems, but they can still improve that. They're working on it. Thank you.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, next up is Lucy.
Hello, Malbeck. Can you hear me?
Yes. Greetings.
Hello. I would like to know, so I guess first messages from the angelic realm.
Yes, they say you've been, well, you asked for it. They say you've been playing angelic football in a good way. Angelic sports. You've been doing a lot of that recently. It's just basically you're showing them all that you still got it, is basically what they say.
Yeah, I used to play football here, yes.
Yes. So it just feel like you can exercise with them better than here, move around a little bit better. So
yes,
you've been keeping them active also. Sometimes they get, you go around and, not to say you push them around, but you kind of do in some regard. That's good. Keep them on their toes.
Hopefully in a nice way.
In a nice way, yes, but some of them do get lazy.
Okay.
And you're far from that.
Right. Well, in astral anyway.
Yes.
Sometimes I think I'm a bit lazy now.
Well, in this reality, it's rest actually.
Yes, I realize that.
Yeah, because all the stress.
I call it enforced rest, but
yes,
nonetheless. So, okay, I had another question for you, especially since you're from Orion, and I live in Florida, about halfway between both coasts.
Yes.
And I know we're supposed to be able to now telepathically speak to dolphins, and I'm assuming that would include the whales as well, but it's specifically dolphins. And I was wondering how the code 010110, how does that fit in with the dolphins and us communicating with them? And can I communicate from there, or do I actually have to go to the ocean and find one?
No, you can communicate where you are.
Right.
Just be open to their connections. Basically, is a form of channeling, of course. But they already hear your thoughts. You're just not fully aware that you're sending. Anytime you think of anyone or anything, you're sending energy to that one. So just by thinking about them, you're talking to them. You're just not aware of it.
And how does that code fit in? Is that a strange...
That code? Well, that's
yes.
man-made, I believe. It's
a man.
From what I'm seeing, I don't see any significance in it. At least from our perspective.
So somebody made that up.
For someone, it is very needed, but for you, you do not need it.
Okay, I understand. I understand. And why I wouldn't. So I just open and
yes.
Excuse me, I missed because I was talking. I'm sorry.
Well, it'll take some time to get used to this. Mm-hmm. To get used to their connection with the dolphins. You can do it as you connect to your own birds and beings around you.
Right. I've always felt close to the dolphins, always. I just haven't actually been to the ocean to see them, and I really don't like going to the aquarium to see them in captivity. Right. It makes me sad.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
Yes, and also the giraffes would like to hear from you also.
The giraffes. I always like that joke about giraffes and mice and men. Yes. We all have the same number of bones in our neck.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, I'll talk to the giraffes. They got bad breath, but
they have a good humor about them.
They do. They're great. They're funny.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Blessings.
Blessings to you too.
Okay, next up is Kimberly.
Hello, Malbeck. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
My first question is, somebody's been sending me a lot of feathers lately, and I'm wondering who.
One moment. I believe it's from archangels, but I believe it's mostly through the guardian angels that are around you. Is what I'm picking up on.
Okay.
I'm also seeing child angels around you too.
Cool. Okay. My second question is, are there any messages for me at this time?
Yes, these are just you're opening your psychic vision, your psychic mind. They say your mediumship is actually awakening more than you might realize. There's a lot of those that crossed over but did not finish what they wish to finish. You might maybe feel like what they're showing me is like old movie actors, for example. But they do see that reaching out to humanity, at least it's a form of awakening, basically. But of course, you can connect with whoever you wish, but they do say that ability is very strong with you at this time. Or you can connect to your old relatives that have crossed over for some time ago. I believe a great grandfather, from what I'm seeing around you, also is kind of waving his hand. He's not saying anything, but I see a forearm around him.
Cool.
So,
okay. Thank you very much. Blessings.
Yes. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Terrence.
Hi, yes, greetings. My first question is, have I been, what have I been doing lately, like in Orion?
Have you been in Orion? Yes. As a feline being, I believe as a commander, yes, you have been sorting out a lot of Earth affairs, it seems. Like a general would do, well, not exactly, but you have an idea. A certain region of the Earth, it does seem around Africa, that is one of them. I believe the Middle East is involved also. The alien affairs, alien and human. I do see with you a lot of conversations, such as diplomatic type of meetings I'm seeing going on. That's my scene.
Thank you. My second question is, do I have any messages from Murdoch?
Compliment. Who is this being? Who is this? Is this a...
Yeah, he's a 6 foot gray. Or Zeta.
That helps. Yes. Yes, he says he's assisting you with health. Health matters, not to say there's anything critical going on. Also with your family, he's just giving you intuition to, messages of family health. Of just family in general, basically. Also assisting you with direction of which way to go, business-wise, work-wise. He is giving you just ever so slightly his opinion, at least ideas for new business ideas, things of that sort. Also, it seems, but he's very subtle about it, of course. That's the message at this time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, just a few more. Next up is Kim R., one of our members, and she would like to know if there's any messages for her.
Yes, your guides. Yes, your guides say to not trust the old guy. Apparently, he has been not very honest with himself, but he's not doing you any favors either recently. Just be wary of what's coming through him, because, yeah, sometimes he's on the right page, but recently, I believe his health is kind of not doing so well. and he's just not in the best mood right now. So I think she knows who I'm talking about.
Okay. Next up is going to be Bobby. And Bobby's first question is, I'm told I'm going through a healing process and I feel I'm making progress. Do you have any meditation advice that can assist in healing?
Well, there's one way that your guides are saying is energy from the gods. Basically, gods from the higher realms, all of them. There are many. Just basically so you can walk through light, basically. Walk through in your meditations, walk through however you want to visualize that. I'm not getting a full indication of it. I do see a lot of Egyptian energies around you also. So you can always visualize Egypt and walking through the light of that. Even clearing out Egypt seems to be a lot of Egyptian past lives that are connected to you that needs to be cleared. Basically, just ask for source energy for assistance, basically. Well, yes, the angelic temples is what they're showing for you to walk through, to cleanse through a meditation, basically. You might be holding someone's hand also, and that is just your guides assisting you, walking you through it. Just basically visualize light through everywhere that you go that will help you heal through this. It's going to take some time releasing these things. It just takes time. Lessons.
Okay, next one for Bobby. What is my connection with Orion?
A lot of it has to do with reptilian and gray, but not entirely. You've had humanoid lifetimes there also. And you can say a Nordic being, but you've had different races there. We have different humanoid races, but with reptilian and gray, there has been a lot of understand. Yes, they might not be the most popular ones in our area, but they have built a lot of creations that are useful. So yes, they might be kind of harsh on how they do things, but they have helped societies grow, like they're helping yours. So it is very. Imagine you can visualize their strangeness, but it was great of a great assistance, and many of us are thankful for that, even if they weren't exactly the easiest to get along with. So basically, it's like we think you deserve this, and put in whatever they feel like, and we all have to kind of live with it. But it did help us greatly. So you've been in worlds like this. I've been under a control of these beings. But, just like this world, a lot more alien as for aware. We were more aware of who was around, unlike your world. So, we'll leave you be. Thank you.
Okay, and the last one for the evening is Bianca. And her first question, are there any messages for me from Archangel Michael?
Yes, what he says is a lot of the physical pain that you're going through is also your mental. You're actually clearing out a lot of mental disconnections, and it's a mental clearing you're going through. So it is affecting your body also. So once your mental state feels a lot more, I believe you feel some of this, but maybe not. I believe you feel some of it though. Not all of it's going to be crystal clear, but a lot of it's a mental clearing you're going through. Your body's going through this shift of that.
Okay, and Bianca's second question. What's the name of the fox with the 6 tails that visited me?
Gordon. That's all he's saying. That's all I have. Blessings.
Okay, Malbeck, thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
And that's it.
Thank you. We send you energies from Orion and many pleasant dreams from Orion. All right, thank you. If I have a blessing.
Yeah, I think Michelle's going to do a quiet toning for us.
Namaste.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you, Michelle. All right, blessings everyone. Next one's